find it perfect height, something like that. And just under the sitting bones so that your knees can be resting down on the floor. When the knees are sitting up high, it just tends to make you want to tilt the pelvis backwards like this, and then we're not really sitting in a very good pose for our posture. Of course, you know that if you need to, you could also put blocks under the knees, like that. Okay, so just make sure you're sitting comfortably. Elongate through the spine. And start to tune inwards. Noticing the pelvis, the legs, and seeing if you can allow the pelvis and the legs to feel heavy and stable, at the same time relaxed. Elongating the spine, seeing if the head can come over, kind of like the ears are over the shoulders. So you're able to relax the neck and the jaw and all the facial muscles. Then bring your awareness to your breathing. Just noticing your natural breathing rhythm. And slowly trying to deepen the breath. So making the inhales and the exhales a little bit longer. So you can feel more movement happening in the thoracic cage. So you feel like the ribs are moving forward and back, side to side, up and down with each breath. I'm trying to tone in Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Making a sound with the breath, the Ujjayi sound. Allowing the mind to settle. And you're going to exhale all the air from the body. Make your mudra with the hands so that your first finger, middle finger in, using the thumb and the ring finger to close the nostrils. Exhale fully from the bottom. Inhale through both nostrils. Close the right, exhale left. Inhale both. Exhale left. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale left. Inhale both. Exhale left. Inhale both. Exhale left. Place both hands back down onto the knees, keeping the eyes closed. Just come back to even breathing. Exhale fully from the bottom. Close the left nostril, inhale through the right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Place both hands back down. Coming back to even breathing. Exhale from the bottom. Close the right nostril, inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. exhale, right. Place the hand down, come back to even breathing. Place the palms together. And we'll chant one Om together, inhaling. Exhale, release the arms to the sides. Place the fingertips on the floor on either side of you. Elongate through the spine. Feel the sternum sliding up, the low back ribs sliding up, pelvis, legs feeling heavy. Come back to that even breathing. Open the palms up. Inhale, raise them up, gaze to the thumbs. Stay here, gazing to the thumbs. Feel the baby side of the hand and arm rising up a little higher than the thumb side. The skin of the neck sliding away from the ears. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, open the arms, raise them up, gaze to the thumbs. Press the outer hand a little more firm than the thumb side. Feel the skin of the neck sliding away. See if you can make that as relaxed as possible. Come back to the deep breathing. Firming in Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, arms down, just the fingertips. One more time, open the palms, inhale, raise them up. Actively pushing the outer hands a little firmer than the inner hand. Make sure the elbows are not locked. And then reach the baby fingers up a little higher than the thumbs. Actually slide the thumbs down slightly so you feel the neck skin sliding away from the ears. Bring the arms parallel with the floor. Exhale, turn towards the right. Try to make the weight even in the two sitting bones. Turn the palms upwards, slide the shoulder blades down. And then try to use your belly muscles to turn a little bit further. Keep pressing evenly into the two sitting bones. Feel the sternum reaching up. Bring the left hand to the knee, right fingertips behind you. Press the hands and try to get a little deeper twist, but still trying to pull in, firm in, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. You can close the eyes or find a gazing point and come to that first even breathing with sound. Raise the arms, palms upwards. Exhale, turn all the way to the other side. And then check the sitting bones. Bring that right sitting bone firmly into the floor or your blanket. And then use the external, internal obliques to turn a little deeper. Place the hands, use the hands to twist a little bit more. Tune back into the breathing. Raise the arms, come back to the center, right fingers down, left fingertips over, stretching out the left side of the body. Inhale, coming up, left fingertips down, and stretching out the right side. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. And let's do a couple more like this. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. One more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Raise the arms, interlace the fingers, turn the palms upwards, reaching up as high as you can. Lengthen one side of the torso, lengthen the other, and then start to tilt yourself forward, feeling the abdominals firming in as you tilt forward. Place the palms on the floor, press the hands into the floor so the sitting bones feel grounded. Kind of pull a little with the hands to open the chest. Press the hands, ground, pull the hands and open. And slowly going back and forth until you come to maybe the forehead down. And then pull with your hands, lift the sitting bones, and come forward onto the hands and the knees. You can move whatever you were sitting on. So, wrists under the shoulders, knees a little bit behind the hips, tuck the toes, press the fingertips into the floor, and then you're going to inhale, slide forward, open the chest. Kind of like a baby upward dog. Exhale, pull the belly in, coming back to a puppy pose. Inhale, slide forward, open the chest. Exhale, pull the lower belly, coming all the way back. Inhale, smooth movements as you move forward. Exhale, pulling back, puppy. Inhale, forward again. Exhale, coming back. And coming back onto the hands and knees. Press the fingertips. Reach the sternum away from the floor. Reach the navel away from the floor. And see if you can pull the crown of the head forward and the sitting bones back. Soften the elbows so they're not locked. Find a gazing point. See if you can still do the deep Ujjayi breathing. Keep pressing the fingertips and then slide the right foot back. Press that right heel away, straightening out the knee. Lift the leg from the inner thigh, so the kneecap is pointing straight down. Flex the knee, keep the foot flexed, and reach like the sole of the foot is going to reach up towards the sky, but the thigh is just parallel with the floor. And lower that knee, stretch out the the left side, pressing the heel away firmly. Heating up the body. Co-contraction of the muscles. And pick up the left leg. Try to still keep the two hips equal distance from the floor. Lower belly firming in. Come back to the breathing. Bend the knee, flex the foot, reach the sole of the foot to the ceiling. And replace the knee. And just bring the sitting bones back, rest the wrists, rest the arms. And sliding back forward, back onto the hands and knees, pressing the fingertips. Stretch out the right leg. This time, you're going to lift the right leg and then drop the spine and lift the leg a little higher. Open the chest, gaze up. Exhale, pull the knee close to you, round the back, knee to the forehead. Inhale, reaching up. Little back bend. Exhale, pulling in. Inhale, open. Exhale, closing. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, pull the abdominals in. One more. Inhaling, exhaling. And place the knee to the floor. Stretch out the left leg. Lifting the left thigh. And lift the leg higher, little back bend. Exhale, pulling in, forehead to the knee. Inhale, reaching up and away. Exhale. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, squeeze the abdomen. Inhale and exhale. And place the knee back to the floor. Bring the sitting bones back, puppy pose. Tuning back into your breathing. Make sure you have control of the breath. It's about 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back up onto the hands and the knees. Firm in the navel. Stretch out the right leg again. This time slide the right leg beside you. Flex the foot. Check the knees straight. And then just bring the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Soften the elbows. Feel the skin of the upper outer arms slightly sliding towards the back of your mat. And then stretch that leg behind and all the way to the other side. And you can turn and look to those toes. And coming back to center, replacing that knee, stretch out the left one, flexing the foot, slide the foot all the way out to the side. Bring the neck in line with the rest of the spine, firm in the belly. Ujjayi. And bringing the leg all the way to the other side. Gaze to those toes. And coming back to the center and press the hands back into puppy pose. Ears between the upper arms, wrists level with the floor, fingertips, ends of the fingers pressing to the floor. Walking your hands towards you, lifting the knees from the floor and coming into the squatting position. Place the palms together, press the palms together, press the knees slightly into the arms, arms into the knees, and try to get a little taller through the spine. And if it's difficult to balance here, don't worry, just keep the hands down to the floor. Do as necessary. Come back to your breathing, Ujjayi. And then you're going to round your back, tuck the chin, and let the arms come down to the floor. Kind of open the knees a little bit, wiggle each side of the body a little forward, and then close the knees so they're about, well, wherever you can get them, close to you. And then from here, you're going to walk your hands forward, lift up the heels, keep the knees off the floor, keep walking the hands till you can come into a bent knee, downward facing. Press the hands, reach the sitting bones away, firm in the navel. Make sure you're not locking the elbows. Tune into the breathing. And then seeing if you can work towards straightening one knee, pressing that center of the heel towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch the floor. Check you're not arcing the Achilles tendons. Bend that right knee, starting to work towards straightening the other knee. Just reaching the center of the heel down. It doesn't have to touch the floor. And switching, right leg. Bending that knee, stretching out the other one. Make sure the kneecaps are staying forward and slowly going back and forth, but in a mindful way. So you can get to feel what is happening in the lower part of the leg, making sure there's no stretching behind the knee. Bending the knees, looking forward, and stepping the feet right behind the hands. Come up onto the fingertips or onto blocks and straighten the back here. See if you can straighten the legs. So if you can't straighten the legs, if you've got your chair there, for instance, you could put your hands on the chair or your forearms on the chair, and you could rest up a little bit higher, or some blocks. You decide what you can do, what feels good for you, and remembering that every day is a little different, so even if it was easy to touch the floor one day, maybe the next is just a little bit more comfortable on the chair. See if you can feel the arches, the inner arches lifting away from the floor, the thighs sliding up into Uddiyana Bandha. Then bringing the arms parallel with the floor. Inhale, come all the way up. Raise the arms. You're going to bring the palms together. Reach the baby fingers up a little higher than the thumbs. Feel the skin of the neck sliding away from the ears. Exhale, arms to the sides, and wiggling those toes towards one another. And we're going to do some little slightly gentle sun salutations. Open the palms, raise the arms. Exhale, folding over the legs. You can soften the knees, relax the head down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, palms on the floor, and step one foot back, other foot back, coming into your plank pose. Leaning forward, knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Press the hands, tuck the toes, press the centers of the heels firmly away. Roll open the shoulders. Keep pressing the heels away, lifting the shoulders, and then press a little bit into the hands. floor, pressing to the hands, and coming back into puppy pose, stretching out the back. And staying here, tuning in with your breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the buttocks, lift the knees, step the feet back to the front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, lead with the chest, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms to the sides. Second one, inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands to the floor. Take the other foot back first this time. Pausing in a plank. Lean forward, knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Keep the toes tucked under, press the heels away, roll open the shoulders. This time you're going to straighten the ankles. Holding here. Trying to lift the legs up high while you reach them away. Tuck the toes, knees down, and all the way back to puppy. 1, 2, slide the sternum forward. 3, 4, and 5. Lift the buttocks, lift the knees, stepping forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, strong legs all the way up to stand. Exhale, arms to the sides. Inhale, pick up the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands down. Stepping the feet back. Pausing here in our plank pose. Leaning forward, knees, pelvis, chest. Tuck the toes, press the heels away, roll open the shoulders, and straighten the ankles. The toes are together, but reaching away. Kneecaps pointing straight down, knees straight. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, and coming back into puppy pose. And here, you're going to look forward at your hands, lift so you're only on the fingertips, and then crawl those fingertips a little bit forward. Allow the sternum to pull with it, but then feel the tops of the buttocks sliding down towards the sitting bones. Then press the palms to the floor, check the elbows are not locked, and bring the ears between the upper arms. Lift the buttocks, lift the knees, stepping yourself forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, all the way up to standing. And Samastitihi. Okay, inhale, bending the knees, raising the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs, neck relaxes. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, palms into the floor, stepping your feet back, pausing in our plank pose. Lean forward, knees, pelvis, chest. And tuck the toes, roll open the shoulders. Shalabhasana, pointing the toes. Tuck the toes, pressing. Puppy pose. Lift the sitting bones and bring the right foot to the right thumb. Coming up here, keeping a nice right angle with that front leg. Drop the right hip, pull the left hip up, open the hands, interlace the thumbs like butterfly hands, reaching the baby fingers up. Reaching up one side of the body, reaching up the other side and reaching the two sides together. Keep pulling that right femur bone back, keeping the pelvis level. Bring the fingertips on the floor, and then you're going to see if you can walk your hands back, straightening out that front leg, lifting the toes. So just stop wherever you need to. If you're fine to come and sit on the heel, you come and sit on the heel, and then open the chest here, lengthen through the spine, pull that right thigh up, engaging the right thigh, and then maybe you're going to bend over that leg. Tune into your breathing, Ujjayi. It's about 3, 4, and 5. Press into the fingertips, coming forward. Left hand on the floor, right hand in the groins of the right leg. Press that down, and then use that as leverage to spin the spine so that your chest is sideways and you're gazing either to the side or up. And then pick up the right arm. And lower the hand, press the hands, lift that back knee, and changing legs. Left foot forward, right knee back, lifting the torso, dropping that left hip, lifting the right thigh, making sure you have a nice square at that front leg. Open the arms, raise them up, change the crossing of the thumbs, and reaching up high. Firm in that right buttock, and then lengthen, lengthen, lengthening the two sides together. And the fingertips come down, walking them back, lifting the toes off the floor, and just going slowly, make sure nothing is painful, and activating that left leg. So either you can stay sitting nice and tall here, or you start to walk yourself forward, elongation through the spine, folding over that straight leg. Tune back inside for the Ujjayi breathing. Coming back up onto the hands, coming back forward, right hand down, left hand in that groin, drop the groin, use it as leverage, the pressure to rotate the spine to the side. And you can stay here or pick up that left arm. Left hand down, both hands down, press the hands, step back, pause in our plank pose, leaning forward, knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. And press the heels away, open the shoulders, point the toes, Shalabhasana. And working ourselves back into puppy pose. Breathing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lifting the buttocks, lifting the knees, stepping yourself forward. Inhale, halfway up, belly in. Exhale, soften the knees, go over the knees. Keep the knees bent and together, raise the arms. Exhale, straightening, releasing. We're going to do this again. Inhale, bend the knees, raise the arms up. Exhale, going over the legs, soften the back of the neck. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, palms to the floor, stepping yourself back. Pause. Knees, pelvis, chest. Inhale, Shalabhasana. Picking up the legs. Exhale, puppy pose. Inhale, coming forward, pick up the knees, bring the right foot forward. Keep that back foot straight into this little lunge position so the back heel's off the floor. Drop the right hip, lift that left thigh. Open the arms, interlace the thumbs, reach the fingertips nice and high. Lengthen one side of the body, lengthen the other side, lengthening the two sides, and then if this feels comfortable, arcing back. Bring the spine perpendicular to the floor, left hand to the floor, right arm up. Bring the right fingertips down, start to walk them back, straightening that front knee. Inhale, lift through the spine, and exhale, forward. Sorry about that. And then step that foot back. Changing sides, left foot forward, right foot back, coming up into our little kind of lunge pose. Pull the left thigh back, pull the right thigh up, open the arms, change the crossing of the thumbs, reaching one side, reaching the other, the two sides together. And if you want, you can do a little bit of an arch back. Coming back up, right arm down, left arm up. And bring the left hand down, start to walk the fingertips back, straightening that front leg. Inhale, lift, lengthen through the chest. And if it feels comfortable, you can fold over that leg. And coming forward, both hands to the floor, stepping back, plank pose, knees, pelvis, chest. Inhale, Shalabhasana. Exhale, back into puppy pose. Tuning back in with the Ujjayi. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back up onto the hands and knees. Just going to walk your hands to the sides and come and sit on one side of the heels. Bringing your legs forward. So if it's okay, you're going to straighten your legs out in front of you. Lean back like this. Press into the hands. Lift the chest up. Start to walk yourself forward. So ideally, you're trying to bring the spine perpendicular to the floor. Straightening two legs at the same time, knees pointing directly up to the ceiling. Lean back slightly. Keep the left leg straight, but pick up the right leg and open it about 80 degrees out to the side or so. Then press into your fingertips again, and then lift the chest, and notice that the right hip, it's going to wrap forward towards your left leg. Try to find the spine perpendicular with the floor. Open the palms, raise them up, interlace the fingers, turn the fingers up towards the sky, and lengthen here. Lengthen the two sides of the body. Turn towards your left leg. Bring the left fingertips down, right hand on the outside of the shin. Pressing into the fingers, using it as leverage to get a little twist here. Keep lengthening the sternum up towards the sky. Feel this connection like the sacrum is coming in and connecting up to the chest. Then, either staying here, and this right knee is still pointing up towards the ceiling. So either staying here or starting to slide your right arm down the outside of that leg, left fingertips reaching behind you. And slide the hand back up. Bring your hands behind you and pick up the right leg and open the left leg out about 80-85 degrees or so. And then press your hands, bring the spine, pelvis perpendicular with the floor. Open the arms, interlace the fingers the opposite way, so the more awkward feeling way, and then turn the palms up. And lengthen one side, lengthen the other. So both sides of the waist feel nice and long. Kneecaps pointing straight up. Turn yourself towards your right leg. Let the fingertips come down. Using that pressure of fingertips into the shins to get a little leverage to spin the spine. Coming back to your breathing. And then either staying here or starting to slide your left hand down that outer leg. Right fingertips trying to reach behind you. Find your gazing point. Listen to the Ujjayi. And then coming back up. Leaning back, picking up the leg, and just shake out the legs, shake out the pelvis. Bring the hands on the knees, and slowly let the hands come up the thighs as you roll down to come to lying on the back. Bring the feet close to your body, like Urdhva Dhanurasana. Place your hands on the mid-thighs. Press into the hands, straighten the arms. Feel the doming of the chest. Keeping the thighs parallel, the tibia parallel. And inhale, lift the buttocks, stretch the arms over the head. Press the hands into the floor over the head. Stay here for a few breaths. Exhale, buttocks to the floor, hands on the thighs. It's gone now. So bring the knees towards the chest, and you can just relax here. Bring the shins perpendicular to the floor for a nice happy baby pose. And then you're going to just roll to one side or walk up to sit as you like. I just want to make sure that you have, that you're warm, because the next poses, they're going to be restorative poses, so you need to make sure you have sweaters and blankets. Sorry about all the noise. Okay, so we're going to do a Supta Baddha Konasana. So if you know this, you can just go ahead. If you don't know this, if you happen to have bolsters or cushions, then you can, or a couple blankets, then you can take them and fold them up and kind of make a column this way, like perpendicular on your mat, or you can take a bolster. Or if you don't have any of that, then you can still lie down on the back with the soles of the feet together and just let the knees come out to the sides, and then you could use like either some cushions under the knees or even your fists like that, and you kind of hold up your legs. Present with what is happening inside the body, with the breath, with the mind. And if we find some agitation, you can try to deeply breathe through the agitation. Asking yourself to let go. Maybe now is not the time. You can deal with any of the thoughts that are passing through. You can deal with those later. Just trying to rest very still. It's just the gentle sound of the breath. Then you can bring the knees towards each other, settle the soles of the feet back on the floor, and let the knees collapse into one another. Stretch out one arm and roll to that side. Pressing into the hand, coming back up to a sitting position. Try to move as gently and try to keep the eyes kind of halfway closed. So the next version we're going to do, you can either keep your column of blankets as they were, or making it crosswise. I keep the same fold, but do it like a T. Or you can use a bolster. So it depends how deep you want this. And then if you have a block or maybe some books or something that you could put under, you can use that to support the back of your head. Because what we really don't want, and it can feel kind of good for a little bit, but we don't want the neck just hanging in space. Okay, so we want something that is going to support the back of the head. And so ideally what we're looking for is your prop, whether it's a smaller roll. You can also use a rolled up yoga mat, for example, or a bolster. You want it under the tips of the shoulder blades. So the very bottom part of the shoulder blades, so that it feels like it's going to help you lift and open the chest up. So be something like this. And then you can open the arms. So you don't want the shoulders to feel like they're getting overstretched. So if that feels overstretched, then you can bring the arms something like this. Okay, I'm gonna notice inside the mouth. If you feel like you can relax the palate, relax the insides of the cheeks, the tongue, the lips. Just relaxing all the facial muscles. If your mind doesn't feel settled, you can bring your awareness to your breathing. Maybe letting go of the sound of the breath now. And just more noticing the movement of the breath. Bend the knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor. Let the knees fall towards one another. You can tuck the tailbone under a little bit. You're going to come, roll off your prop. Once again, coming back up to a sitting position, just taking your time. Once you're up, we're going to use the chair with a small blanket. This time, so don't use a bolster if you have a bolster, and if this sometimes might be too thick. So if you feel like it's going to be too thick for you, then you can do a little thinner. Okay, so what we're going to do is this is going to come along the lumbar spine, so behind the navel. So you're going to put that a little bit away from the chair. So if I have the chair, you want to see that your buttocks would fit between you and the chair. And then you come and you sit close to the chair. And then you're going to come and lie down and put the shins on the chair. Just kind of wiggle yourself about so that your sacrum is on the floor. Knees approximately over the sacrum. Find an arm position that works for you. And you can let go here. If you have an eye pillow, you could put the eye pillow over your eyes. Decide on the arm position. You could do the diamond shape, cactus, T, or place your palms on yourself. The feet, the toes, the ankles. Letting go of the shins and the calves. Letting go of the hamstrings, the quadriceps, all the muscles around the hip joints. Letting the pelvis feel heavy. Relaxing the lower belly, around the navel, around the solar plexus. Relaxing the buttocks, the lower back, the middle back, trying to soften around the shoulder blades. The upper back, right up to the back of the neck. Relaxing the chest, across the collarbones, top of the shoulders. Relaxing the throat. Noticing the arms. Relaxing the arms. Relaxing the upper arms and the shoulders. Relaxing the elbows and the forearms. Relaxing the wrists, the hands and fingers. All the muscles of the arms and the body feel completely relaxed. Bringing the awareness to the head, relax all the skin and muscles on the skull. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the tongue, the insides of the cheeks, the palate, relaxing the lips, relaxing the chin, the cheeks, over the nose, softening the eyes, all around the eyes, behind the eyes, relaxing the forehead, the point between the eyebrows, relaxing behind the forehead. Allowing any thoughts passing through the mind to settle, like they're settling into the brainstem, the base of the mind. Just resting still and quiet. Taking your time to bring your awareness back into the body. Bringing the knees towards you, stretching the arms over the head. Just rolling to one side. Just taking your time to slowly bring yourself yourself to a sitting position, trying to keep the eyes closed. Trying to keep the peaceful sensation. We can chant Om Shanti. Try to send out peace, love, happiness out to all beings everywhere. Om